హైదరాబాద్ బేగంపేటలో కెమికల్ పారామెడికల్ ఫ్యాక్టరీస్ లో సేఫ్టీపై వర్క్ షాప్ నిర్వహించారు. డిపార్ట్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్యాక్టరీస్ నేషనల్ సేఫ్టీ కౌన్సిల్ ఆధ్వర్యంలో జరుగుతున్న వర్క్ షాప్ కు చీఫ్ గెస్ట్ గా అటెండ్ అయ్యారు మంత్రి వివేక్ వెంకటస్వామి. మంత్రితో పాటు ప్రిన్సిపల్ సెక్రటరీ దానకిషోర్, ఫ్యాక్టరీల పర్యవేక్షణ అధికారులు హాజరయ్యారు. ప్రస్తుతం మంత్రి వివేక్ వెంకటస్వామి మాట్లాడుతున్నారు. లైవ్ లో చూద్దాం.
I'm not blaming one company or another company. As Mr. Surnana rightly mentioned, the culture of the industry in India is not giving importance to safety. I think people feel labor is cheap, we don't have to think about safety, we don't have to spend enough money on this. But I am telling you my personal experience in our industry and other places. Actually, it doesn't cost so much money to follow whatever simple suggestions given for safety. And the kind of suggestions the inspector of factories gave in Sigachi, I don't think it would have costed the company more than 20 to 25 lakhs. Really it was pathetic when I think all of you should actually share that, read that report, because you will feel within yourself, what I can do for my company, whether you are missing some point like this. So it is really shameful actually as industrialists to see that simple things were not implemented in that company, and some of the directors were working in defense where protocols are very, very important. And here, had they followed those small protocols, such a big accident would not have happened. I was addressing the Confederation of Indian Industry 4-5 days back, and I spoke my mind to them very clearly. One way, industrialists keep saying there should not be too much of interference from the departments, labor, inspector factories and all. Another way, when there is no interference from the department, because Mr. Venkateswara was rightly mentioned, everything is for the benefit of the industry only. Whatever the department says and everything, the beneficiaries will be the industry only, because if the industry is safe, you're running well, workers are happy, productivity is good, profits will be good, so you can also expand and all. So I told the industry saying that I think as a good management practice, because most of you are not at the director level who are here, so it is important for you to communicate this to your people, that the inspector of factories report should form one of the statutory compliances for the directors. The directors in the board meeting every quarterly, there is one page where the works manager or the president works gives what are all the things he is following as per the government compliances. I think you should make this as one of the compliances, because directors should read what are the issues raised by the department. I think once the directors read, they will also feel, yes, we should be careful, we should invest money, we should see that workers' safety is important. And earlier some people were feeling, sir, compensation is too much, industry cannot afford. I think that paying high compensation was also a very good deterrent actually for the companies to see that, no, we need to follow safety practices properly. So that fear should be there, that if anything happens, I have to pay a big compensation. So these are the things which are important for the industry to follow. So here, as they rightly mentioned, and I have been telling them, especially in a red category industry, from now onwards, I think, again I am requesting the secretary, we will follow a rule now. We will make a rule actually, saying that in the red category industry, wherever crucial place of work is there, like the reactors, like the boilers and all, they cannot be daily rated workmen being employed. They have to be regular employees and trained employees, because they are crucial areas where people can quickly react and give advice to the plant manager what needs to be done, what doesn't need to be done. So you all have to be prepared for these kind of things, because when government is relaxed so many rules for ease of doing business, that means the responsibility of the management is increased manifold. So here, if you don't comply and say, yes, this is my responsibility, I need to do, because the self-regulation, when you get into that self-regulation mode, so you need to be more compliant with what needs to be done at the factory level and at the board level. So, without taking much time, I would feel strongly that a little bit of culture change should take place in the managements and in the, I'm sure all of you run factories and all, so there has to be there right from the top going down to the worker level. Because if the top management doesn't care about safety, the workers also and the staff also will be little relaxed. So this kind of a culture change definitely needs to be done in the industry. So I would request all of you, please go back, tell your managements that because we have to learn from the Sigachi incident. That was a really an avoidable incident had we followed the simple things. There were no thermostats for cutoff of when the temperature goes up. There were no electrical controls where the pressure goes up. I mean, there were simple things of interlocking systems which would have helped the industry not to get into this position. Because to spend 50 crores to pay compensation, it's a huge burden on any industry. But, you know, it was a making which the management themselves neglected. So you all have to please communicate to your bosses saying that safety, let us all spend some extra time, effort and try to get new things into how safety should be maintained at the factory levels. And you have to have trained workers and crucial positions. So I would request, even if even for the daily rated employees, please give them some lessons of safety lessons, because they will also learn, they will also be happy to be part of you all, because ultimately our workers, staff and everybody, they all contribute to the growth of the industry. So management's responsibility is also there to look after the workers. So let us all work together. So with these few words, I would request the scientists who are here to go a little bit more in depth to see that I would like all of you, because there are few of you here, but I would love that, because you are all part of some association or the other, you are all part of some group, working group somewhere or the other, please speak about this. Please speak about this incident or what happened in Sigachi, so that people are aware that yes, if we are able to take some small measures, a big incident can be avoided. So I would request all of you, please work on these small things, and I will also ask our department to make it a little bit more stringent, because having given all the freedom of working as you like, there needs to be some changes which needs to take place. Because when all these ease of doing business relaxations came, there was very little contract labor. And now contract labor has increased in all the industries. So more regulation in those places are required. So let us all work. And if you have any suggestions, please do give us, because the checklist which they are preparing, I feel that it should be more cumbersome, Mr. Rajgopal. Go a little bit more in depth and prepare a better checklist. That checklist I am not happy. Your earlier checklist was good with some little additions, because we need to know how old the machineries are, so that...
we'll request the committee to give the suggestions in this checklist.
Yeah, please do it, but it needs a little bit of modification. Thank you very much, everybody.